episode number 12 of the Soggy Kookaburra podcast. I can't believe that it's been a whole year since I started this little online adventure with you all. I'm very, very excited if you're here to see the anniversary issue. So if you're a new viewer, welcome aboard the crafting train, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for following along for the last 12 months. So today is Sunday the 10th of March. My name's Kathy and I'm coming to you from a small town in North Wales where I live with my husband, our teenage son and our two cats, Pickle and Puka, who hopefully will not be making an appearance today because I have pulled the door to. So, how has your month been? Have you been crafting a lot? I haven't. Work has been absolutely insanely busy the past month, so I haven't done as much knitting and crochet as I would have liked. However, I have worked on a few little projects, so I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. As always, if you enjoy this episode, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to get a notification every time I upload. It's usually once a month. Anyway, shall we crack on? Okie dokie, so I haven't got any finished projects, none at all, but I do have 4 works in progress. So first up, you haven't seen this for a little while, but I have done a little bit of work on it. So this is my Rainer shawl. So bear with me. Just pull it out of its little bag. So this is my first little attempt at, I guess you call it lace knitting, but it's a pretty straightforward lace repeat panel. It is absolutely beautiful. I really, really enjoy it. I enjoy the end product. I don't enjoy actually knitting it. This is very much a product knit, not a process knit. But it is very pretty. It's not especially difficult, but it does require some brain. So that's why it's taken me, gosh, I've been working on this for well over 6 months now. Just picking it up when I fancy it. Now the yarn is Tibetan 4-ply called Pink Explosion, and it's 70% superwash merino, 20% yak and 10% nylon. So it's actually, I don't know whether it's the yak in it, but it's really sort of smooth. You know, sometimes superwash merino can be a little bit toothy. Well, this is lovely and smooth. So I'm about halfway through it now. It will end up being, it's very difficult to see how big it is because it's on obviously a circular needle, but it should end up being big enough to wrap around my neck as a bit of a scarf. So yeah, really enjoying that. And you can see the colours, they're just my colours. They're sort of fuchsia and reds and like hot pinks and maroons. Lovely. Really enjoying that. So, well, as I say, I'm enjoying the finished product. I will enjoy. Not so much the actual process. Oh, crikey, dropping stitch markers all over the place. So that's the Rainer shawl. And the Rainer shawl, oh, I don't actually have the writer of it on my paperwork, but it is a free pattern on Ravelry. And it's the Rainer shawl. So if you like knitting shawls, which I've discovered I don't, but if you do, I highly recommend it because it is very pretty and not too complicated. All right, let me grab some more coffee. It is quite early still on Sunday morning. Nowhere near enough coffee in my blood system yet. Okay, so I have a half-finished object. If you recall, last month, oh crikey, I'm all over the show today. Last month I was knitting this fantastic yarn. It's an opal yarn, which is, I wonder if I've got the tag. I probably do. 9617 is the colour number for this yarn. It's really funky. So you can see I'm just about halfway down the cuff on the second one, but I'll show you the completed stock because I think it really highlights the wonderful colours and patterns. How fantastic is this yarn? I mean, I haven't washed this obviously, so it's a bit loose and fluffy, but how great is that colour? I love it. I love these like random little rainbow stripes. I like the aqua with the brown blobs. The purple. I've just about, I think, managed to match the start of my second one. I do struggle to match. I like them to match, but it's not the end of the world if they don't, but it is nice when they do match. So I think fingers crossed that that should match at least on the top bit, which is the bit that everybody sees. So yeah, I'm really, really thrilled with this. It's absolutely my colours. So I am calling these my Happy Fruit socks because they kind of remind me of like the little fruit pastille lollies or sweeties. You know, they're ridiculously bright colours and only marginally fruit related, which pretty much describes this sock yarn, I think. So yeah, so these ones, it's just a vanilla sock pattern, my favourite, with a modified eye of partridge heel, because you know how much I love that crisscross pattern. It's a 2x2 rib for, I think, 30 rows, 60 on the leg, all just plain knit, and a Kitchener toe. So my favourite style, if you like. I tend to enjoy wearing them the most. So there, I'm really, really chuffed with that. I'm really pleased because it's just so fun and I'm looking forward to finishing them and then I can wear them. So yeah, happy days. So talking of socks, I can't remember if I had started this last time I spoke to you or not. Maybe yeah, maybe no. So, oh, it's all tangled up. Later in the year, I'm going to go visit my dear friend in the States, and her partner really enjoys wearing woolen socks. So I thought, well, as I'm invading their home for a week, I would knit him a pair of thank you socks. So here they are. Now, obviously, he's a fella, so not so much with the bright colours, most fellas, but I'm really quite pleased with how it's coming out. This yarn is Patterns Croy sock yarn, and it's in tourmaline stripes is the colour. So these are just little 50-gram balls, and I am doing the heel in a solid grey. Now I knit my husband a pair of socks out of this grey yarn, so I know that it stands up well to wear. And that is, do I have a ball band for that? I don't know that I do actually. Ah, there we go. It's Deborah Norville Premier Yarns. And it is, what colour is it? Serenity sock weight. So it's 50% superwash merino, 25% rayon from bamboo and 25% nylon. Super fine. And colour is wrong because it says that the colour is navy, and this is definitely not navy. This is grey, but it's a lovely soft yarn. And I thought so that I didn't like have to worry about the striping not matching on the heels and all that sort of fun stuff, I have just done the heel in that grey Deborah Norville yarn. And I think, I mean, I'm not the best with colours, but I think it matches okay. And I think once it's been washed and worn, you really won't be able to tell that it's not actually like the same yarn. So yeah, so I've just completed the heel turn. I've just completed the heel turn, so I'm just about to pick up all those stitches along the side. But I'm really pleased with how they're coming out. I think it's suitably masculine, but still interesting to knit because, you know, it's quite fun to see the stripes appear. Well, tell me what you think. Is this suitably masculine, do you think? I mean, he hasn't got a massive foot, thankfully. Smaller than both my boys. So, you know, if he doesn't like them, I'm sure I can find a willing recipient. But yeah, I'm really pleased with those. I think they're suitably masculine and sort of dull without being boring. Right, so let me stab all that back in and put it back in my bag. And that one's living in... I do love these bags, I just use them all the time. So that's the project bag for those little socks. And then my Happy Fruit socks are living in that bag. And my Rainer shawl is living in my I'm Really a Mermaid bag. And I kind of like that because it sits a lot of the time on my bookshelf in the lounge room when I'm not working on it. And it doesn't look too daft. So that's fun. So they're my three smaller projects. And the big project, the one I'm sure you're just dying to hear about, is my sweater. So this is a Drops Design sweater called, I think it's called Winter Wine. I am knitting it out of, and I know I have shown you this before, but I'm knitting it out of Drops Air, which is a baby alpaca merino Aran weight blown yarn. It's lovely and soft in this beautiful peacock colourway. It's colour number 11 if you're interested. but I do love it. It's so soft and squishy. Anyway, so last time I spoke to you, I had completed the body and I was about to start the sleeves. So I haven't got as much done as I would have liked, but I have made a bloody good attempt on the sleeves. So there's one sleeve and I'm really pleased. So excuse the yarn just like everywhere. I'm really pleased with how it's looking. I curse my long arms because it seems to go on forever, but I'm really pleased with how that's kind of just happened. There obviously is a part in the pattern that talks about doing something with these holes under the arm, and you can see where all my decreases are. Very classy stitch markers. I really need some proper, I've got knitting stitch markers, but I need like the ones that can detach. I think they're called progress keepers maybe. So at the moment I'm just using a lot of safety pins. So yeah, so I've finished all the decreases and now I just need a couple more inches on the sleeve because I do have quite long arms, and then I'll do the cuff, which is I think just a 2x2 rib, and then I can start on the second sleeve. But I am absolutely thrilled to pieces with this. I really am. Like you're really not going to be able to see it. I'm looking forward to being able to wear it and show you. But you know, it's happening. There is definitely sleevage. Really, really enjoying this one. So this is both a process and a product knit for me because it is my first sweater and I'm genuinely really enjoying it. It's not complicated. I was so scared of doing, like I knit socks all day long and people are like, wow, I can't believe you knit socks. Socks are easy. Sweaters scared me. I'm no longer scared of this sort of sweater anyway. And because it's a raglan sleeve sweater, there's no, or very little sewing in. There is literally just the little bit of sewing under the arms when I've completed the rest of it. And I'm sure that that is not anything too complex. It shouldn't be anyway. Now I have made it quite oversized because that's how I like to wear my clothes. Quite big and fluffy, and means I can wear lots of layers underneath. But even just trying on the body of this, it is so light but so warm. It obviously traps a lot of air, which is of course what makes a knitted garment so warm and cozy. So yeah, so there you go, sleeve. Maybe by next podcast I will have completed one sleeve and started the second. I'm not going to promise that I'll be finished because I can guarantee that will not be the case, because the project I'm working on at work at the moment is running until at least the end of March. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to have loads of time to do my knitting. But I am enjoying it. And that, because it's such a large project, I don't do large projects usually, is living in, isn't this the cutest bag? Little meow, looks just like my little puka cat. I got this from my mother-in-law a couple of Christmases ago when we went back to Australia. So Elizabeth bought that for me and I just love it. I use it all the time for these bigger projects. So yeah, little pussycat. Anyway, so that's all I've been working on. No acquisitions because, again, on that yarn buying ban until I go to the States in September. I tell you what, the podcast episode after that visit, oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy because I already know, you know, like we've got plans to go up to, there's a big wool warehouse up in Massachusetts. It's like the biggest in North America or something. It's huge. Anyway, so going there. Yeah, lots of plans, lots of shopping, saving up all of my pennies, going to buy lots of yarn. So there'll be a big acquisitions haul video after I come back from the States. I may even do a little bit of a mini vlog while I'm over there, depending on how jet lagged I'm feeling. But anyway, that's quite a few months off. I am also heading off to Spain for a long weekend in June. So we're going to a place called Malaga. So if you know of any yarn shops in Malaga, please let me know, because of course I'm going to go on a tropical holiday and buy yarn because that's what I do. Anyway, what else have we got? So that's all of my projects at the moment. I'm going to spruik again the giveaway that we're doing. So we're at 43 subscribers. We're very nearly at 50. When we hit 50, we are going to do a giveaway. And that giveaway is going to be sock related, of course. So it'll be a full sock set with a couple of little extras thrown in. So that's going to be a skein of yarn, sock needles. I use the 9-inch circulars, stitch markers, and you know, a little project bag as well. So it's going to be a full set. So do recommend me to your yarny friends, and if they'd like to subscribe, when we hit 50 subscribers, I will do that giveaway. I'll tell you more about how to enter that when we get there. And yeah, so that we're getting closer. It's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Also, if you want to join our Ravelry group, it's very quiet but lovely. So small but perfectly formed. And you can find us on Ravelry. It's called the Soggy Kookaburra Podcast Ravelry group. And also, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'm the Soggy Kookaburra, and I don't post on there a massive amount, but quite often I'll do updates on where my different projects are at, or if I'm knitting in a particularly scenic place. So if you feel like following along, please do. Anyway, I do believe that that is everything. As I said at the top of the episode, if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to be told when I upload my next video. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the month. I will see you in April, and can you believe we're heading into April not that far away? Gosh, it'll be Christmas again before you know it. How exciting. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful month and enjoying the first beginnings of spring if you're in this hemisphere, or looking forward to the cooler weather if you are in the southern hemisphere. And I know a lot of my viewers are from Australia and they have been suffering in the intense heat, so hopefully things will cool down a little bit for you. Anyway, that's everything from me, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Have a great month, and I'll see you soon. Bye!